Hello everyone, today I'm going to be fixing steak with mashed potatoes. Now, if I can focus the phone, okay, here's the steak I'm going to be fixing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some seasoning salt. I'm going to put seasoning salt to season the steak. Wrong side. This here. And I'm going to season it with seasoning salt. Now, some of you may prefer not to put seasoning salt or not so much seasoning salt or use some type of other seasoning like garlic powder or something like that, but this is just how I cook the steak. Okay. Now, I'm going to use canola. I'm going to use canola oil right here. It's a little bit of canola oil, but I'm going to use a little bit that's left. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the steak and put it on the stove. Here's the steak. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the heat and I'm going to cook the steak. Okay, now to the mashed potatoes. Now, what I do with my mashed potatoes, bear with me here. Now, what I do with my mashed potatoes, right here as you can see, I make sure that the water, when I cook my mashed potatoes, I make sure that the water is over the potatoes. I'm using fresh potatoes for this. Now, these potatoes are peeled. Now, how I peel these potatoes, I use this as a peeler for the potatoes. Now, some of you, I've heard that there are there's type of other ways to peel potatoes. Like there's this machine I've seen someone use once, where you put the potato inside the machine and then you sort of there's this roll thing, and when you roll it, that's how the skin comes off the potato. Or there's other ways to peel a potato, but I just use this peeler for this recipe. So, I'm going to put the top on the potatoes, and I'm going to put the potatoes onto the oven. On the stove, excuse me. See potatoes there? Okay, now I'm going to turn on the heat, and I'm going to let it cook. I'll be right back in just a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the steak over so that way the other side of the steaks can cook. The steak is not ready yet, but I'm trying to make sure that both sides are cooking, or both sides have been cooked properly. Bear with me, I'm managing the phone all by myself. Bear with me, I'm trying to... Come on. Hold on 1 second, I can't seem to get this stick off. Okay, now I got it. I got it on the other side. Now I have to change the other steak to its other side. So that way I can make sure that the other side of that steak is cooking. Or cooking properly. Okay. Damn it. Spilled a little bit grease there. I'm sorry. Again, I'm managing this phone all by myself. So, I'm going to turn on the fire again and cook the steak some more. I'll be right back in a bit. Okay. The mashed potatoes, as you can see right here, They are starting to boil a little bit. You can see some bubbles and some steam coming out of the potatoes. They're not ready yet because what I usually do is I stick a fork in the potatoes to see if they're ready. If I stick the fork in the potatoes and they're really soft, then that means they're ready. But if I stick the fork in the potatoes and they're hard, then that means that they're not ready. So they're not ready just yet, but as you saw, bubbles were forming, so they should be ready soon. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, one of the steaks is done now. I put the steak in the colander, as you can see right here. The other steak needs to cook a little bit more. The potatoes, they're still boiling. I don't think that they're done yet. But I'll be right back with you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm back now. Now the potatoes, both the steaks are done. Now the potatoes are ready. As you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add butter, ranch powder, and very later on I'm going to add the mayonnaise because it's not good to add mayonnaise while the potatoes still have steam. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, now I'm going to add the butter to the mashed potatoes. Oh, and this is ranch powder that I'm adding here. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get a masher to mash the potatoes. Okay, right now I'm mashing the potatoes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the steam from the mashed potatoes goes away and cool down a bit to add the mayonnaise. I'll be right back in a bit to taste the potatoes. Okay, the mashed potatoes and the steak are both ready, as you can see here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste the steak and the mashed potatoes. Now, what I usually do is I usually like to eat the steak with ketchup, but for presentation's purpose, I'm gonna eat the ketchup when I'm gonna eat it with ketchup when the video is done. To me, it doesn't taste all that bad. To me, it tastes pretty good. the mashed potatoes I'm gonna eat right here. Mashed potatoes, they taste good too. Although I think maybe what I'm gonna do with the mashed potatoes is add a little bit of salt or what have you. I did add the mayonnaise when the mashed potatoes cooled down. Um, it's always good to add mayonnaise when the mashed potatoes cool down. I don't usually do not put mayonnaise when the mashed potatoes are still hot because I've heard that that's bad. That's bad for you. Um, but anyways, I thank you guys for watching my video. Have a nice day.